Yes, fellow mobile game fanatics, MyTyme back here with another episode of MyNBA2k18. This is episode 20, and yes, there has been a bit of a lull in me because I haven't been playing as much. You will notice that from my head-to-head, guys. Ranked absolutely nowhere. I don't even see where my tier 5. Yeah. So kind of not expecting much out of head-to-heads for the moment, but as you can see up here, we are still repping a fully elite pro squad, which I'm pretty happy about. Now, unfortunately, I missed out in the last Rivals Clash once Gordon Hayward was winning. I opted to sleep rather than get that card because I had some family stuff to do. I'd have definitely carried on if DeRozan was going to win. It would have gone down badly for me, but I probably would have still persevered. But in that, I just left it. I think it ended up coming about 660 something like that. I think it was in the end. So I thought, yep, it would have helped the team, but I just struggle with I struggle with matches or events like that, which require you really to dedicate a couple of days to it, because it's very hard with working. Now, I did manage to win my last playoffs, and I did get an elite foil. I claimed it because I wanted to get into a new one, which is, as you can see here, kind of going to be finished soon. First round to be out of the way, so I would have done that on camera because it was a win, it was a foil, and it was Pau, but I decided to get into this, and then I thought, let me get into working on King of the Court and try and put up some numbers. I can't remember how many I needed last time to get the card, but I think it's around the 5,000 point mark if I remember. Could be wrong, but before, in fact, we'll do that very quickly. We'll come in and have a look at what rewards are up for grabs in King of the Court this time around. So at the very top here, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Now, I like that image. I really like that card. Unfortunately, it's a centre. Green gem, which is good, but still a centre. And kind of really need some shooting guards. Doing okay on the centre front for now. But nonetheless, you will get him, or you will get Chris Paul, and a Chris Paul foil, should I say, should you manage to get the top 150. Now, for the majority of weeks, that is always going to be out of my reach. So I have to be realistic and look in here if I'm going to get anything. So, can I get top 500 to get this card? That's what I'm going to be aiming for this time. See if I can consolidate a top 500 roll, get that DeAndre Jordan card. If not, and I fall outside, then I'll get the single Chris Paul and the single Serge Ibaka. Now, I think that is a pro. That's a single. Pretty sure that's a pro. As we move down, you get the regular elite Chris Paul, and you'll get the regular Serge Ibaka. Okay, so for the majority though, you're going to probably want to be aiming up here somewhere, at least try and get yourself an elite card, 3,500 points if you can. But for me, that's what we're going for. Really want to try and get that centre card. I like that image. Obviously going to be a big help to the team. Now, with no road to the championship out yet, and very likely the reason for that is that they want people to build their teams, etc., before it comes out, which I suppose makes sense, because if nobody can get the top cards, people will not spend money on those hot streaks. So they're doing events which everyone can challenge in, like King of the Court. So playing this, I had a little bit of good luck. Okay, not gonna lie, I have had 2 elite pulls since the event started. Was I due one? Well, you know, it's not a guarantee, is it? So I wouldn't necessarily say I was due one, but I did get one. Okay, and as we scroll down, so that was the Pau that I got from my reward. As we scroll down, you'll see new ones here. Kyrie Irving was my result from not making the Gordon Hayward card. Was it Gordon Hayward? Was he the undercard? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? I got Paul George off the board. Paul George. Really happy. But a little bit happier was when I got... Oh, sorry, this was the Paul George I pulled. Apologies, this was the Paul George I pulled. A little bit happier when I got this Kemba Walker. As you can see here, I've got Kemba Walker. That is a pro. Triple threat. Just click him to show you. That's going to be a triple boost to his stats. Using the blue focus type result, which is good because I had chunks of those diamonds. This is not to the team because he's not a foil card, but it is still a really, you know, he'll be a really good hard point guard. It is cool. Really happy to get that. And Giannis I also got off the board since we've last been together, and I think I got a good ball movement, and I got fans. I think I've had a few, to be fair. Yes, I have watched quite a few adverts along the way to try and increase my picks, but I've had a few good pulls in the last few days, which have helped. And you just got to get lucky. You've got to get lucky to get some of these pros. But it does show you can start to build a team without necessarily needing to spend money. Yes, I did buy packs at the beginning, but I bought nothing since. Just trying to work on those spinners. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there who have just put credits on to play head to head, upgrading those spinners for 25 a pop, which is really good value, to be fair, for what they can give you. And you've been playing, getting pulls, working your way through. So I really do recommend doing that. You don't have to spend money in this game to build a team. Promise you that much. You do have to rely on some good luck. Obviously, if you want to go and pump chunks into packs, yes, it will help you. There's nothing to say that, you can't argue that. You can get so many epic prime and foil cards early on that you'll be able to build a team and put yourself up near elite tier anyway. But it's not compulsory, okay? It isn't compulsory. My lineup at the moment, because I haven't finished proing out that Kemba Walker, it's not essential. Essential, same again. I'm going with 5 pros, and the rest are just pros in the tier below. Foil cards are preferable. I could probably actually swap out 1 or 2 of these. Let's just see what I've got going on. I do like to keep a few single cards because -8. Let's come back and go to none. No, we haven't got anyone better to put in yet. Okay, yeah, I do like to keep a few single cards just to try and bring down the overall rating of my deck. But so far, I think there's been one game I didn't get to the top. You should be able to do pretty well. You don't have to play in the tier that your quick game is in. Remember that, okay? So if you say just entered in Epic Prime or just entered into Elite, and you don't have a great tier, don't worry. You could play in rare tier. You could play in uncommon tier, as long as your quick game. And I'll go back to as long as your quick game and your head-to-head, which both use the same deck, is in your best possible tier, you will get pulls from that tier in King of the Court. Okay. Now I'm not going to go into a King of the Court video with gameplays. In fact, I'll do one gameplay for anybody who's maybe just about thinking starting events. Maybe it's their first King of the Court that they've played, just to show what the gameplay looks like. But I'm not going to go into it again. I have done a previous video on tips. You're going to work your way to the top of this pyramid. There's 5 stages. You've got 6 cards. It gives you what I call free extra life to get yourself to the top, and that's where you're going to kind of try and use it in your advantage. Now, any cards that proc, that will proc now. So his offensive boost will proc, and that'll be there for all my cards for the rest of the tiers. So it is a good thing if in one of the first 2 tiers you do use some of your, maybe not your best cards, but cards which potentially you've leveled up to give you a chance to proc to try and get your way to the top and to get that boost. Now, the double 2 matches are preferable to play, however getting to the top should take priority. So in this instance, I'm going to sacrifice getting that double point match to keep my Porzingis card, just in case I get a harder match later on, to try and guarantee myself a path to the top. So as we go here, we can bring up Brandon Ingram. That's a guaranteed win. Might cost myself a couple of points here, but to me the risk isn't worth it. You're better off just to get to the top, especially if you've got time to play the games. I can take the guaranteed win here, and I'm going to get myself a guaranteed win at the top. Yes, I might still got there anyway, but just in case I left myself with an Epic Prime Pro and I got a Elite Pro, which I have got here, Mr. Marcus Cousins. If I had missed out somewhere along the line, made a bad choice or something, or put out the wrong card, or lost by a minute in the stack, so I miscalculated, I wouldn't have got to the top, and I've only got half points, which is a complete blow. Key to this, guys, is yes, I only earned 28 points. I didn't maximise it because I didn't play all the double cards, but at least I got to the top. At least I got that 28 points. If I didn't get to the top, then my best case scenario was finishing with 14 points or something. Now, one thing that I will actually say, and fair play to this King of the Court, I have noticed a lot more hot streaks dropping than last time. I said last time, I promise you, I swear, if 2 dropped that was literally the maximum. Now I did buy hot streaks for this to try and help me not have to play it as much, but quite a few have dropped since I've been playing, so I wouldn't actually even say it's a necessity to buy them. If they're dropping still quite frequently, then I think you can get top 500 without needing to. And if you wanted to, I wouldn't even get the top pack, I'd get just a 75, and I think you'll be able to do enough, because if you average 75 hot streaks at say 30 points a go, hopefully you'll get 32 minimum, but somewhere around there, that's still going to give you at least 2,200 odd points before you start. With the ones you pull when playing the game, should give you a good chance to get to that 4,500 mark, which is going to be somewhere where you need to be to be in the top 500. As I said, that's without having to spend a huge chunk on the game. Anyway, I'm going to go back, go to playing, get that Kemba Walker done. Probably around the end of the event will be when the playoffs finish. I'll try and do that one on camera for you guys if I get something half decent, like as long as I get to the final. Show you what's going on there. I'm also going to try and keep playing, see if I can get a bit more luck with these pools, and see if I can build a team, suddenly a team which not only can challenge in the playoffs, but also as you look through, will start to be at the top end of one of the better teams in the game. Obviously it's not as good as all the people who've got all those event pros so far, but hopefully I can be just a step down from there. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I need to go before I'm ill all over this microphone. Apologies if it's been a bit of a mess, but I'm not feeling great today. I'll be back on Sunday, hopefully, or Monday, depending. Hopefully feeling a bit better to bring you up to date with my progress. Good luck in the event, guys. See you all soon.